Going 13-0 last year was a pretty surreal experience.
Just like the years before, all the seniors, they developed a culture for all us younger guys, and they took the lead, and we followed them throughout the whole entire season.
My experience from that I took away from last year was just the team chemistry we had. Just really cared about each other and loved each other, and I knew that was the most important thing to bring to going into this season.
2019, we were obviously trying to finish again with an undefeated season.
The 2018 senior class taught the juniors and sophomores just work ethic and just how to become a brotherhood in the locker room. That year we all loved each other.
We knew that success leaves clues, and we knew exactly what it would take to win again this year.
Based off of what all the seniors did last year, we were going to try and replicate that, but with our own spin. It was our year, it was our time.
We had our ring ceremony for the 2018 season on March 28th.
It was pretty special, we got to see all the guys one last time before the seniors graduated and we moved on to the new season. And I just remember going up, grabbing that box, opening it up, seeing the light, seeing the ring shine. It was special. It was really special.
We haven't really done anything after the season, so that was kind of the first time the whole football team got back together, and it was just an awesome experience getting the rings with them.
We knew that put an end to the 2018 season, and it was on for our team for 2019.
We just had to get back and attack the weight room and get on the field and be the best we possibly could, considering losing so many seniors and everybody had to step up this season.
Yeah, this offseason, I was really proud of our players, the way they worked, the way they came together. Obviously, coming off an undefeated season, there might not be as much hunger there, and that would be a concern that you would have as a coach. But this group really came together in the summer. They worked hard, they prepared, was very excited about the energy and enthusiasm they had going into the season.
We were very excited to get back into it after going 13-0. We missed it, we wanted to get back to work, but we knew that last season didn't really mean anything now. Going 13-0, that was a whole new season. We knew we had to just keep up the intensity, keep on working, and try to go 13-0 again.
Well, we had people like JT, Sam Bossa, a lot of those people like that were captains, Chris Valvano, and also Josh DeVanzo. They really all stepped up and they motivated us all to work as hard as we possibly could.
A lot of leadership was provided from our senior class, and they followed an outstanding class from the year before, and I think the model was set for them, so they really stepped up and filled those roles. Senior Josh DeVanzo did a tremendous job from a leadership standpoint. Jake Terone, Chris Valvano, Miles Shafar. Those guys, I think, were, along with Bobby Stiles, were our most vocal leaders in the offseason.
There were a lot of guys that stepped up during the offseason workouts that had a big impact on the team. We know that the work you do in the offseason in the weight room, it translates onto the field, and we knew that we had to get it done.
Minicamp opened up on August 12th.
There were a bunch of seniors to replace, but the one the media talked about the most was AJ at QB.
Chris Valvano was the backup last season. Junior Charles DePrima, juniors Wes Jayton, and sophomore Josiah Savitt were competing through camp.
Yeah, when you have to replace the offensive player of the year at quarterback, that's certainly a big task. And we had two guys that we both had a great deal of confidence in.
The QB battle was honestly kind of awkward between me and Charles because we both wanted that starting job. We did a whole lot of 7-on-7s and practices on the grass out by the field, and then we did those scrimmages. So it was just we both tried really hard and we were really serious during practice, and we both wanted that job.
The battle was obviously really stressful because Chris is also a really good quarterback, so it made it really stressful for me, and we both felt like we had to be perfect at all times.
Our first scrimmage was on August 21st at Wayne Valley.
We had a scrimmage down at Rutgers 3 days later against St. Augustine.
We ended preseason with a scrimmage at Shore Power, St. John Vianney.
It was after the St. John Vianney scrimmage, and we had our double session on the Saturday.
It was, I think, a Saturday morning, and we were watching film from the last scrimmage, and I showed up late So everyone was upstairs already, and Coach Gibbs was the only one downstairs. And he told me that Charles was going to start on Thursday on their home opener versus Sparta.
Right before practice, he posted the depth chart with my name at the top, and that's basically how he announced it.
I think both the quarterbacks threw the ball exceptionally well during the preseason in the summer, but Charles' ability to run the football was something we thought would really be dynamic and would add to our offense and really help our team be successful.
It was disappointing, but at the same time, Charles is on our team, so he's one of our brothers, and I have to accept that. So, I mean, it did suck for me at first, but I got over it quickly, and I told him, Charles, before the game, listen, you're our guy now, so I trust in you, and I know you're going to lead us to victory.
It was time for the regular season to start.
We opened up the season versus Sparta on a Friday, September 6th.
It was the first time we were playing on our new renovated field.
Well, after a full summer of not even playing on high school turf once, it was a great feeling to see the new turf. This is what we were going to be making our mark on. First seniors ever on it. And it was a cool feeling.
We got on the board first. Charles DePrima hit Sean Clapp for a 10-yard touchdown.
Tied at 14 in the third. JT scored on a 13-yard run.
Charles would run it in twice, and we were up by 20.
We won 41-14.
1-0. 14 in a row.
Week 2 had us on the road at Bergenfield.
It was the Richie show. Already up 7-0 in the second quarter. After he scored in the first, Richie runs it in from 3 yards out.
Up 21-7 in the third. Richie Sicka would punch it in from 2 yards out.
Behind 3 Richie Sicka touchdowns and 2 touchdowns from JT, we won 35-14.
2-0. 15 in a row.
We traveled to Northern Highlands Friday night, September 20th.
We came out on all cylinders, on offense and defense. In the first, Charles would score on the 27-yard run.
Later in the first, Chris Valvano would pick it off and run it back 37 yards.
Second quarter, the D came up with the safety.
Up 26-0 in the third, Charles DePrima finds John Skeed for the 54-yard touchdown. We were up 33-0 and the starters would have the rest of the night off.
We win 33-14.
3-0. 16 in a row.
We were returning home September 27th for a Friday night showdown with Old Tapan.
This game is for the NJSFC Patriot Red Division Championship. We're looking for our 4th straight division title.
Some of the media had them ranked as the best public school in northern New Jersey coming into the season.
We were going to prove them wrong.
If you showed up late, you would have missed all the action.
Charles DePrima hit Luke Robinson for the 14-yard pass.
Pinned against our own end zone, Jake Tyrone took care of that and ran it all the way for the score.
Second quarter, Charles hit Cooch for the 6-yard TD.
Jake Tyrone would add 2 more touchdowns in the second and third quarters.
We win big, 42-7.
4-0.
17 in a row.
When you've won 17 straight games and coach gives you the rest of the weekend off.
Next up was Riverdale on Saturday.
This rivalry has been going on since I think Coach Gibbs has been here, and they always have a good team and they know what we're about. So, and every time it's just a back and forth game.
I mean, they always have a very competitive team, similar to ours. Great system they have over there, and it's always a competitive, high-flying game we're up against Riverdale.
First quarter, Charles DePrima runs it in from 5.
Riverdale answered in the second by putting together an impressive 16-play, 85-yard drive. Mike Sirico with a 10-yard touchdown run to cap it.
Jake Tyrone answered right back with a 5-yard TD run of his own. We were up at half.
You know, halftime of the Riverdale game, we were certainly being tested. We had passed a number of tests before that. Top quality opponents like Sparta, Old Tapan, and Northern Highlands, and the guys really had their way in those games. But Riverdale, it was a tight game, and as we always do, it's all about keeping your poise, keeping your focus, and coming out and playing well in the second half.
First possession of the second half, Mike Sirico scored on a 7-yard touchdown. They missed the extra point. First play of the fourth quarter, JT raced into the end zone from 12 yards out with 11:53 left to give us a 21-13 lead.
On our next possession, Jason Burzin made a key interception. The Hawks went downfield 79 yards.
With 4:34 left in the game, Mike Sirico scored on a 4th and 5. They had to go for 2.
Mike Sirico lined up over center, and Adam Ayub dragged him down to the ground before he even had time to drop back.
Before the play, I knew that we all had to come together as a team, and we had to make this play to keep our lead.
We win 21-19.
5-0.
18 in a row.
We had to make sure we did not have a letdown with Teaneck on Saturday night.
Charles DePrima and Sean Clapp started the scoring with a 34-yard touchdown.
On the other side of the ball, Chris Valvano with the interception. He took it to the house for a pick 6.
Sean Clapp and Charles DePrima finished out the first quarter the same way they started. We were up 28-0 after first.
We won 54-12. 6-0.
19 in a row.
That brought us to the week, Wayne Hills week.
Our rivalry with Wayne Hills is huge, you know. We're two of the best programs in New Jersey, and we just absolutely hate each other, you know. All year we look forward to that week. We know it's going to be a tough game, and anything can happen. We're always just going at each other.
Wayne Hills every single year is simple. We don't like them, they don't like us, and it's a bloodbath every time we touch the field with them. So that's one of the best games every single year, and that's one you'll never forget.
Personally, Wayne Hills week was tough for me because I wasn't able to play that game. 2 weeks before versus Riverdale, my leg blew up and I couldn't even walk. And it was just frustrating not be able to go out there.
Last season they kept it close in the first half, but then we pulled away down the stretch. We knew that they were going to come after us this year.
We got off to a quick start. After a quick Wayne Hills 3-and-out to start the game, we took advantage of the short field. Richie Sicka scoring on a 9-yard run.
Charles DePrima and Matt Kaczarski followed that up with a 71-yard touchdown.
Wayne Hills finally got on the board with 3:29 left in the first half, highlighted by running back Chris Brutowski's 56-yard run into the red zone.
And capped by Chris Brutowski's 5-yard touchdown run.
We didn't waste any time responding, as Charles DePrima ripped off a weaving highlight reel 80-yard touchdown run in our ensuing possession to take a 21-6 lead with 2:30 left before the break. We had the lead at the end of the second quarter, and I got tangled up before halftime, and so right as it happened, I thought that something was wrong with my leg, not my knee. So when I got up, I looked over, and all the Wayne Hills kids were like clapping. They were all happy, and I just looked to the sideline and see everybody just wanting to rip every Wayne Hills kid's head off. I remember JT, he couldn't even play that game. He had no pads on. He was already like 15 feet out on the field ready to rip someone's head off. It was one of the funniest things I've seen.
And Charles got injured, and they started clapping and cheering, and I lost my mind. I couldn't even walk, and I sprinted on the field ready to, I don't even know, I just lost it.
Halftime came, and we went up to the trainer's office, and they told me that I had something sprained in my left knee, and I wasn't able to play the rest of the game, so obviously it was really frustrating, but we had the lead, and Chris coming in, I knew that he was going to do the job because, like, before all offseason, I spent a lot of time with him, and I knew he had what it took to finish the game.
Wayne Hills is always going to be our rivals, and that game was just a crazy experience, honestly, because I was just surprised when Charles got hurt, and I was nervous at first, but once I had the first couple plays, like, it was like normal to me.
Second half didn't go quite as planned. Wayne Hills tied it up at 21 quick.
Chris Salvana would lead us on a 95-yard drive to go up by a touchdown, but Wayne Hills would answer.
We were going to overtime.
Well, against Wayne Hills this year, we knew that we just had to make a play when it counted, late in the fourth. Last year, coming from Riverdale, that's probably one of the best games we've ever played in. Down 15 with 5 minutes left in the fourth. You almost can't write a story better than that. So I'd say it was a very similar feel. We just had to make a play.
First play of overtime, CV scrambled and fired downfield to Clapp, who came down with the go-ahead touchdown.
Wayne Hills High School, 28. Number 37, aided the foul, on to attempt the extra point.
Wayne Hills' turn to answer.
At the rate of 24, fourth down and 9.
It
was a big statement game because we had our two best players injured, with Charles and JT being out.
That was such an awesome game. At the end of the first half when Charles got hurt, they were hooting and hollering and being very disrespectful. That certainly got me very riled up. I know I got our whole team riled up, and Chris played so awesome in the second half, and we proved that we could overcome any type of adversity, and it really brought us together more as a team.
Tuesday, we're behind those bleachers, running up that hill, running up and down. We said it would take 48 minutes. Well, tonight it took a little bit longer than 48 minutes, but that's a hell of an effort, fellas. You can't win them all till you win your first. 1, 2, 3. That's 20.
That post-game 20 straight win feeling. Hashtag as one. Hashtag do what we do. Hashtag homegrown.
7-0.
20 in a row.
Well, Coach kind of wanted me to take it really slow in practice, and I've never been injured like that before, so I didn't really know how to do that. It was because in practice I would do a lot of things that would aggravate it. So a bunch of times earlier in the week, coaches were yelling at me to slow it down, and I did. And towards the end of the week, Coach gave me the option. He was like, "How's it feeling? Like, do you want to play?" And I just told him that it was okay. I could just kind of stay off it for the rest of the week and see how it feels on Friday. And either way, I was going to play that game because I don't want to miss a game.
Our last home regular season game had Pascagoula Valley visiting. Charles DePrimo would get the start, and you wouldn't have known that he was ever hurt.
First, he hit Richie for the 18-yard touchdown.
We exploded in the second quarter. First Johnski touchdown pass.
Then Charles DePrima found Sean Clapp for 32 yards.
To end the first half, Charles would run it in from 7 yards out.
We won 42-14. Charles DePrima totaling 6 touchdowns.
8-0.
21 in a row.
We ended the regular season going down to Randolph.
After the Charles DePrima show last week, it was JT's turn to take the center stage.
Jay Tyrone would rush the ball 20 times for 163 yards and 3 touchdowns. He would add a 67-yard touchdown pass to finish with 4 touchdowns on the day.
We won 38-22.
We completed the regular season undefeated again.
9-0.
22 in a row.
We played 9 games, 8 versus teams that made it to states. In those games, our average margin of victory was 19.3 points.
You know, after last year, no one really believed in us. No one, like the media, the outsiders, no one thought we could do it. And it was just a great feeling, proving them wrong. We know we had a lot more to go, but it was just great being able to go undefeated with that hard schedule in the regular season.
This season, the NJSIAA reorganized seeding for the sections. Sections were now based on seeding instead of location.
We were the number 1 overall seed in Group 3, and in the North 1 section with Rahway getting the number 2 seed. Sparta and Riverdale were placed in the North 2 section.
We hosted Bergenfield in the first round to open up states.
Bergenfield scored first and we trailed 7-0. Not the way we wanted to start states.
Our defense got us going. They picked up the safety.
In the second, Jake Tyrone scored on an 8-yard touchdown run.
Down 13-8, Charles DePrima breaks free for a 36-yard touchdown. We converted the 2-point conversion and don't look back.
Jake Tyrone and Richie Sicka both scored touchdowns in the second half.
We won 30-20.
10-0.
23 in a row.
In the second round, we hosted one-loss Newark Westside on Friday night.
JT kicked off the scoring on a 2-yard run 4 minutes into the game.
Later in the first, Charles DePrima connected on a 41-yard touchdown pass to Sean Clapp.
But Westside didn't sit idle. Junior Al-Haka Campbell returned a kickoff for 96 yards to put the visitors on the board.
We quickly answered with a 48-yard touchdown run by Charles DePrima with 22 ticks on the clock left in the quarter.
Westside stormed back to cut the deficit to 21-20 when sophomore quarterback Devon Shepard on a shotgun took it on a 1-yard run with just 6 minutes left in the half.
Widened the lead with a 35-yard touchdown run on 4th and 7 with under a minute left in the half.
He extended Ramapo's lead to 35-20 after a 9-yard run with 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
We win in the shootout, 49-40, to advance to our 3rd straight state sectional final in 4 out of 5 years.
11-0. 24 in a row.
We were playing Pascagoula Valley again. having beaten them less than a month ago.
The atmosphere was electric. There was so much tension in the air, but everyone was ready for the game. Everyone knew that we had what it took to win.
It was like no other. Felt amazing. The nerves were going, and everyone was ready to go, though. I could see it in everyone's eyes.
Everyone was just fired up because we crushed them the first time, so we had that same mentality going into it again. And it was just fun being out there with my brothers. And honestly, everyone was just so ready to get out there on the field.
For 11 weeks, fellas, this has been about team, right? This has been about everybody having a role, about everybody doing their job. For 11 weeks, teams have come at you, and you've stepped up to the challenge each and every time, okay? Tonight's no different, right? Trust yourself, trust your teammates, play with everything you got for 4 quarters, all right? We talked about poise. Keep your poise, regardless of the situation. Up or down, keep your poise, play hard for 4 quarters, and with 2 minutes left in the game, all right, whatever it takes, we will find a way. We will find a way to win the ball game tonight, all right? If everybody stays together, believes in yourself, believes in your teammates, all right, we do it as one. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. As 1 on 3, ready? 1, 2, 3. That's one.
Every game that we got to come down and to our home field and see all the fans was awesome. It's one of the best parts. It was my favorite parts of football, is just going down and seeing all the fans going crazy. Definitely helped a lot during the games.
Peter Barb, linesman. Robert Townsend, operator. Pascack Valley has won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. Raiders will receive.
There's not much left that needs to be said, man. Everything we talked about since day one. Toughness finish, man. As one. Right now, man. Let's take care of it. Let's take care of business. Let's finish, man. 1, 2, 3. As one.
The Indians caught us off guard first. Jake Williams breaks through our defense and scores the 49-yard touchdown.
We answered with a 9-play, 65-yard drive capped by Jake Tyrone's first touchdown of the night from 33 yards out. He would score again in the quarter.
We gave up 2 more touchdowns to Jake Williams before the half. We trailed 21-14.
Well, we had leaders come, step up, hype us up, get ready, keep our minds right.
Calm, cool, and collective. We just had to maintain our poise. We played our game. No one was in there yelling, screaming at each other. We just knew we had to take care of business and do what we do, as we say.
We forced back-to-back 3-and-outs to open the second half.
We tied the game on a 37-yard touchdown strike from Charles DePrima for Sean Clapp.
In the fourth, we drove down the field 76 yards in 12 plays.
Justin came down with 2 catches on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Jake Tyrone would punch it in to give us the lead for good.
Well, there was a huge debate between all of us on the sideline during that timeout, like what we were gonna do with that time left on the clock on that down, and eventually someone said it from the sideline. I don't even know who it was. A few of us mentioned a safety to coach, and he agreed. He thought about it and he agreed with it that we would run out the clock, give them 2 points, and win the game. And they stressed it so much that I just run as fast as I could, tuck the ball away, and just don't screw it up because we can't lose that game. So I remember running back, and obviously I didn't tuck the ball away, but I still beat the kid, so I got lucky. And ran out of there, everybody stormed me in the back of the end zone. It's just a really great feeling knowing what we accomplished, but everyone kind of treated that game as a playoff game, not really a championship, because that used to be the championship 3 years ago. we all saw this playoff game, all looking forward to the MetLife game after that one. For me, it was partial disbelief because I couldn't believe that we were going back to MetLife and that we were so close to capping off what was another perfect season.
It had a bittersweet feeling. It was our last time we were ever going to play on our new home field ever again. But it was amazing to finish it exactly how we wanted to. Get our second sectional title in a row. And 25 win streak. It was just an amazing feeling to celebrate with all the fans and the team.
I'd say that was one of the best feelings after a game I've had in a long time. I mean, we all played great as a team. We worked so hard for that moment together over these past 4 years, and we knew exactly what it would take, and we went out and got it done. So just being able to go do that was honestly an amazing feeling with all my best friends.
Winning the state sectional versus Pascack Valley was an amazing feeling. Just to do it on our home field, and my last home game in front of the crowd was just incredible. The atmosphere was crazy, the game was crazy. We came back and won at the end, and it was amazing, but we knew we still had one more to go.
We win 28-23.
12-0.
25 in a row.
Was a great feeling for our program, and as exciting as it is to win a state sectional championship, around here there's still always one more goal to go after that. We want to finish the season with a win, so the season wasn't over yet.
We were taking on Parsippany Hills in the North Regional Final at MetLife Stadium.
Family and football on Thanksgiving. Nothing better. Happy Thanksgiving from our family to yours. Hashtag as one. Hashtag do what we do. Hashtag homegrown.
Today's the day, 4:05 at MetLife. Hashtag DWWD. Hashtag as one. Hashtag homegrown.
And we're off. Hashtag as one. Hashtag DWWD. Hashtag homegrown.
It was kind of tense. Like, we all knew what we were going into, but we've done this before. We knew how to get the job done, and we were used to being at MetLife. 3rd year in a row.
It didn't really feel that different for us. We were there last year. I remember getting all the oohs and ahs out the year before, and it felt like another game for us. We felt ready to go, and we were locked in.
What's it, boys? Hey, let's go get some.
Every single race was for this moment. I refuse to lose. Come on now.
Think it back to mini camp. We sat in the bleachers, it was about 100 degrees, right? And I talked to you about wearing the R on the side of your helmet. The responsibility and the opportunity that comes with it. Well, you guys aced the responsibility part, man, all right? You aced it every week this year. By the way you went about your business, by the way you played on Friday nights, you took care of the responsibility and the tradition of being a Ramapo football player. And that leads to a great opportunity like we have today, right? We have an opportunity, okay, to be perfect. I don't know how many times I've said it to you. 50 years of football seasons, okay? I've had a chance to be perfect twice, okay? These opportunities don't come by all the time. Let's make sure we go out and take advantage of it. How? The exact same way you did starting week 1, right? The exact same way. Play every play as hard as you can, okay? Do your job on every single play, all right? Great things are gonna happen, right? 4 quarters, no matter what it takes. Sound familiar? Same thing I've told you, all right, for 13 weeks, all right? Play for 4 quarters, trust yourself, trust your teammates, okay? Believe in yourself. Let's go out and get this one, let's go. The formula never changes, men. Look, play together as a team, nobody can stop us. Here we go. We're as 1 on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. As one. Right? Your house. Been here before. Been here before. your strip. Go get it. Own it. Own it. We're running to that end zone right there. How's that sound? Chris, ball. We want the ball, okay? We want the ball.
Last time, as this team, with all these seniors, this is the last time we're going to step up and play this game for love. That's it. Leave it all on the field today. Because we're not special, man. They ain't like us. They don't love each other like we do. They don't like those best like we do. We're not a team like us. This is what it's at right here. We're going to play the goal. That matters. Let's hang it right now.
And then the run out onto the field was really cool, actually. Felt on top of the world. I could probably speak for everyone saying that. And it's just an amazing feeling, and I knew we were all ready to win.
We scored first. Jake Tyrone scored from 3 yards out.
They answered with a 47-yard touchdown pass from JT Brazar. It was tied at 7-1.
Aiden LaBelle connected on a 26-yard field goal in the second.
Then Charles DePrima did his thing, breaking off a 79-yard run for the score.
Parsippany Hills was threatening before the half, but Chris Valvano came up with a pick. We led 17 to 7.5.
I think we were just all trying to keep our cool. First half hadn't gone exactly how we wanted.
We were all happy that we had a lead at MetLife, and we were all just like keeping our minds right, staying focused, and we were ready to come back out, and we were ready to win the game.
Bro, toughness and finish what we do. We're bound testing, man. Every week, man. There's nothing new for us. We got to do what we do. Lead each other. Keep dominating on this team. Make them go the long way.
Par Hills would bring it back to a one-possession game when quarterback J.D. Breslauer found receiver E.J. Kemmerford on a 53-yard touchdown on the first drive of the third quarter.
Then we slowed the pace. We drove down the field over 75 yards on back-to-back drives. Each time, Jake Tyrone capping it off with a touchdown.
Parsippany Hills driving late in the fourth. JT steps up again, making the game-sealing interception with 4 minutes in the game.
We win 38-21.
Oh my gosh. Let's go to the student section.
Once the whistle blew, I immediately hugged Tim Murray, threw off my helmet, and went to the student section and high-fived everyone because they've been with us for the entire season, whether it's home or away games. And I was just fired up, and I was hugging all my teammates and hugging all my coaches, and I can't believe we did it. It was just unimaginable.
I don't know, I just found anyone I could, just like looked at him and said we did it. We were all jumping around. It was really frantic at the end, and just amazing feeling that we had finally accomplished what we wanted to the whole time.
Well, it was definitely a bittersweet moment. I mean, of course it's awesome coming out 26-0 back-to-back undefeated. But, you know, it's the last time you're going to play football with all your best friends who you've grown up with and loved for so long. So it was a hard moment, but it was definitely one I'll never forget, and it was a beautiful one at that.
It was just a great feeling, and couldn't wait to get another ring. Couldn't wait to decorate it. Senior year was over exactly how we wanted it to go.
Just sitting in the middle of MetLife, taking the pictures, holding the trophies up high. It's just something you'll never forget ever because it was so special to be a part of a team like that.
It was tremendous to walk off that field again with another perfect season, and I think it's a testament to everybody's commitment and effort throughout the year, and we believed in ourselves because we knew we had put the work in. So it was great to see it to come to fruition there and win another championship game.
After the game, we took a bus to the barbecue and hung out with all the fans and interacted with the parents. We then got an escort ride home from the police and fire department.
The tailgate was a lot of fun. Getting to interact with the community that had supported us the whole season was a great experience. And the bus ride home was one of the best bus rides I've ever had. Also knowing that was the last time I'd get to bus with my teammates. So that was really awesome.
Going back-to-back 26-0 was a huge accomplishment, not only for us, but also as the school as a whole. It showed that we could take a group of kids that may not have been the most skilled or the most talented, but were hardworking, and we got it done in the end, and that's what really brought us together.
It was awesome having the community behind us every Friday night and having the school everyone's so excited for the games and always supporting us every week, and it was really something special to see. All the hard work and dedication just really paid off. All the hot weeks in the summer, running sprints to every day going out practicing, all the hard games, playing our hearts out, just crazy games week after week, and really just our brotherhood we have. It's just so special. We always had each other's backs. We're always there for each other, on and off the field, in the locker room. Just our chemistry is really special.
13-0, again.
We are North Group 3 state champions.
26 wins in a row.
The first team in New Jersey history to have back-to-back undefeated 13-0 seasons. #as1, #do what we do, #homegrown.